Hey, what you're about to see is my reaction highlights to the Nintendo Direct from yesterday, February 8th. No big skits or video essay today, just my reaction. So, hope you enjoy. See ya. Starting off with Pikmin 4, I see. That's... Hey, fair enough. I just hope we actually get to see some gameplay for it, because I don't want this to be one of those games where, you know, we see the title card for like 4 years and that's all we have to go on, like Bayonetta 3 and Metroid Prime 4. But we're actually seeing stuff, so like, might be a good time to say I've never played Pikmin before. I haven't played the first 3 games, although I've been really interested in doing so. I wonder who we play as in this game, because I assume it's not going to be like Olimar or something. That ain't Olimar. Not at all. It looks good. I mean, it's interesting to see, you know, a Pikmin game made for the Nintendo Switch and its hardware capabilities, because Pikmin 3 is a really good looking game, I won't lie, and but that's a Wii U game ported to the Switch, so it's really interesting to see how it looks when it was made specifically for Switch. It maybe looks a bit larger in scale. I can't really tell because I'm not the Pikmin guy. I don't know crap about Pikmin, but it seems to me like it might be. Also, is the Ice Pikmin new? I don't think I've seen that before. I love it already. I want the dog. Give me this dog. Was he just dragging his dead body? I looked away for 1 second. That's all I saw. Yo, it's Noah's Ark. Noah's Bark. I'm sorry. Yeah, his face reminds me of something. Like that one show with the hands with the eyeballs on them. Whatever that show was, his eyes remind me of that. Which I guess is to just say his eyes remind me of googly eyes. That was a terrible image. Something just came out of that thing's anus, bro. That was unpleasant to look at. And there goes the ship. Certainly a lot better looking ship than Pikmin 1. Hey. Oh, there we go. We like that game, actually. It looks like it's gonna come out. It's not gonna be one of those games that was just stuck in development hell forever. I am tired of that trend, you know. I'm tired of the trend of them releasing these trailers that's just the title of the game and that's it. That's all we get for 4 years. July 21st. Okay. Well, there we go. Summer game right there. A new jewel-loving hero. Like a Phantom Thief, perhaps? Nope. No. Nice outfit. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have much to say about this. I didn't actually finish Xenoblade 3, but I got really close, and I've seen all the cutscenes. But I'll finish it one day, and I might check out the DLC. But honestly, I'm only really interested in the DLC once we get to the new story that they're gonna add. The story DLC is all I'm interested in, because I want to know if it's going to be a sequel, or if it's going to be a prequel. That's all I want to know. Because based on the story and the lore within the game, it could really go either way. You might also get special in-game outfits as a reward. Oh my god, why is Tyon dressed like that? Volume 4, is this the story arc?
Tell me why! Is this really what you want? Nothing's gonna get through to him.
Is that Rex? Bro, is that Elvis? Is Shulk? Okay, so yeah, it's a prequel for sure.
Volume 3 of the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 expansion pass for the
I'm excited for that. That's everything I thought it would be. That's like Shulk and Rex teaming up. Wait, I've never actually seen this game before, but I know of it. It's a Sega game. Samba de Amigo, yeah. Yeah, this character is in Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing, and as a kid, I never knew what they were from. Because who did, honestly? A lot of the characters in that game were from Sega franchises that had not gotten games in a while.
Got a passion for fashion?
Style savvy?
Welcome to Fashion Dreamer.
Nope, definitely not. I thought they were bringing back those 3DS style savvy games, but I guess not. I have no opinions on this game.
If you dig their style.
It honestly just looks like, like when I first saw it, I was like Tokyo Mirage Sessions, but that's already out on Switch, so like
Now it's time.
it looks like the same kind of thing but worse. This is not a game for me.
Mix and match your
Who would have guessed it's not a game for me?
new looks
I'm not into dressing up a woman.
by connecting
Well.
online. Dracula's Castle beckons in this new paid DLC
Du-du-du-du-du.
for the roguelite action
Oh yeah, I heard about
platform
this.
that sells.
I just heard Bloody Tears and I didn't even think about it. I was just like, hey, that's a song I used in a video once.
Leading up to a showdown with death.
Bloody Tears does go hard.
Dracula himself.
This looks cool. I never played Dead Cells, but it always looked interesting to me, and
Iconic weapons as you've
this is a good reason to play it, I think.
Who's there?
Ghost Trick?
Wait, is that? That
Dude,
can't be good.
I wanted to play Ghost Trick for a while now. I wanted to do a video on it because it's by Shu Takumi, who's the guy who was like behind the first 3 Ace Attorney games, and Ace Attorney is my favorite game series, so I've really wanted to check out Ghost Trick for a while, so now I have an easy way to do it. What is this? Deca Police. I have no clue what this is. Very unique art style.
デカシムは刑事訓練用の仮想空間現実がコピーされた世界
すごいここ本当に仮想空間なの
I thought it was like something related to Trigun at first, because I just saw like a red, I just saw like a red coat and blonde hair, and then I was like, wait, he's driving a car. I don't really remember Vash the Stampede driving a car. It was also in like a metropolitan city and not a desert, so that kind of gave it away.
肥やす豚どもは一匹残らず排除する
Oh, it's a level 5 game? Oh, yeah, I can see it now. It does look like something level 5 would do.
Time, there was a witch and a
Okay, we
demon.
saw this at the Game Awards, right?
Experience
I've
Bayonetta's
still not
origins
played
as a
Bayonetta,
witch
and I
named
really want to.
Cereza.
I also want to play Devil May Cry, so I'm just trying to think, like, maybe I should play Devil May Cry first.
She ventures
Just 'cause,
deep
like,
into the Avalon
That was kind of an
forest ruled by
inspiration for
fairies.
Bayonetta.
I'm going to that forest I'm going to become a witch and save mummy
Yeah, so this is a prequel to everything, right?
There, she'll encounter the otherworldly demon Cheshire.
From Alice in Wonderland?
Control
The
both
Cheshire
witch and demon at the
Cat?
same time.
Funny story.
Uses magic and
In middle
chooses
school art,
ferocity to travel
we had to
through
draw like
mysterious
a
and dangerous
like the
forests.
Cheshire Cat for an art assignment, and I hadn't watched Alice in Wonderland, and my friend was like, oh, he just kind of looks like Garfield. So I was like, okay. I made him orange, and he's like, he's not orange, he's purple. So then I had to go back and I had to like color over the orange with purple, and it looked terrible. But I still got an A on that assignment, so yeah.
Characters' abilities to win battles.
This looks cool. Very different for sure. Like, this is a very different genre of game for Bayonetta, but it looks cool.
Paths can be opened.
I can't deny that.
Can be more
Not the lily pad from Mario Sunshine.
Bayonetta Origins, Cereza, and the Lost
Cool.
Demon prowls
Oh,
onto
that's
the
soon.
Nintendo
That's
Switch
next
system
month.
March 17th. Pre-orders are available.
Hell yeah. Okay, was Splatoon DLC or like a new map or new game mode or something? I don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you because I'm not the Splatoon guy. I don't play Splatoon. Maybe I should. I've been looking for like an online game to get into because I want to play an online game, which isn't something I really do because I play games to beat games for the most part. But I wanted to change that a bit and play an online game. So I've been experimenting with some Valve stuff like CS:GO and Left 4 Dead 2. But like, I don't know, maybe I should play Splatoon because I would probably like it if I actually sat down and played it. Expansion pass, huh? Wait, so is this a paid thing?
Introducing the Splatoon 3 expansion pass.
So if there are new maps and stuff, are they gonna do it through this? Because I don't remember them doing that before. Because Splatoon 2 had the Octo expansion DLC, but like if there were like new maps, I thought they were like free updates.
The original Splatoon game, your stomping grounds.
See, if you didn't tell me, I wouldn't have known that that wasn't the place that was also in Splatoon 3. Like, I remember Inkopolis being in Splatoon 1, because I played Splatoon 1 a little bit, and I played Splatoon 2 a little bit. Just I never got super into it.
Salmon Run.
I used to rage a lot too, so like, I would play Splatoon 2 online, and I would get beaten, and I'd get angry, and I would want to throw the controller, and that's not good. So yeah, I didn't play the game much. This is a nice vibe. I like, you know, nighttime, you know, city being lit up by the lights. It's cool. That's like classic Katamari. Did they look like that in the base game? I assume not. I assume they look like that now because it's supposed to be like, oh, you know, this is an expansion, you know, for us to reminisce on Splatoon 1. That top right thing looks like something you find out south of the border. If you don't know what south of the border is, look it up. I probably won't play it, but like, it looks cool. I haven't really heard what people think about Splatoon 3. Because I know leading up to it, a lot of people are like, oh, it just looks like Splatoon 2 again. We don't need this. There's already a Splatoon game on the console. And then, you know, people who actually like Splatoon were like, no, there are differences. I can see the differences. And like, I don't know. As just as someone who doesn't really like Splatoon, it's gonna be like, we have to come to terms with the fact that Splatoon is probably gonna be in every direct for a while now. Just like it was back in Splatoon 2 days. And they had some wacky trailers for that too, like that anime opening trailer. Like, there was some interesting stuff back there. Sure thing, Mr. Takahashi. Illusion Island, huh? I thought it was Epic Mickey at first, and I was like, Epic Mickey doesn't look like that. Who the hell? Interesting art style. I mean, it's like a very classic Disney art style, I mean. Where's Sora? I don't see Sora. See, he said unlocking, and that's like what you do with a key, which is a Kingdom Hearts reference right there, you know? It's really interesting to see a game in this kind of art style. Like, it's a platformer with an old cartoon art style. And like, there are games that have done that, like Cuphead, but I don't know. It's just cool to see it with Mickey Mouse. Oh, Fire Emblem Engage. I haven't played this yet. I was thinking about buying it, but I don't know. Hector. I don't know how I remember this name. I played the first Fire Emblem game like 5 years ago. He's hot. I like him. Oh, Camilla, great. Of course. What do you want me to say? Camilla's hot? Why wasn't Chrom already in the game? That's weird. Why was he not in the game? Oh, from Fire Emblem Heroes? That's cool. I used to play Fire Emblem Heroes a little bit. Find your role. Just go to Texas Roadhouse, man. They're right there. Octopath Traveler 2. I still need to play Octopath Traveler 1 and Triangle Strategy and Live Alive. I really like... Maybe I'll play the demo. You know what? Maybe I'll do that. I said the same thing about Triangle Strategy and Live Alive, and I didn't do it. But maybe I'll actually play this game. I really like the HD 2D stuff. You know, I like how it looks a lot. There's too many games to play. I stand by my opinion that if Pokemon Black and White get remakes in the near future, it should be... Is this We Love Katamari? It is. Dang. I hear some people wanted this on Switch, so that's really cool. I've played a little bit of the original Katamari. It's pretty good. I know people like We Love Katamari, so yeah, cool. I'll play this. But what I was going to say is, I still think that if Pokemon Black and White ever get remakes, and they will eventually, but when they do, it should be HD 2D. That's what I think. Okay, finally, do we know when this game releases? It's gotten delayed so many times. Advance Wars, man. Dude, there are animated cutscenes in this game? This game was literally supposed to come out a year ago. And then it got delayed, and then it got a new release date, and then it got delayed again because, you know, Russia and Ukraine. And that's not great when the first map of the game is literally against a Russia-based country.
new story will unfold in the Kirby's Return to Dreamland.
Okay, good, because I was gonna say I really don't want it to just be the Wii game again. That would kind of suck.
Traveler from the main adventure.
It's really interesting that they decided to bring this game over, you know. But I'm not complaining. It's a good game. At least there's something new.
Safely return to his world.
I was really worried it was just gonna be the same game,
New epilogue after
just
clearing
you know, with like a few like extra mini games and stuff, and that would have kind of been disappointing. So
After today's Nintendo Direct, a
Demo?
will be available on Nintendo eShop.
let's go, a demo for a 12-year-old Wii game. Let's go.
Select stages and sub-games. Kirby's Return to Dreamland
I'm joking.
Deluxe
I don't mind it. The
takes on
game's coming over.
Nintendo
It's
Switch
cool.
system.
The Game Boy. You know, Super Mario Land 2.
Game Boy games are being added to Nintendo Switch Online.
Is it just Game Boy or like Game Boy Advance 2?
On Nintendo Switch, you can play these games anytime, anywhere, just like you could back in the day.
Mm-hmm. Let's go classic Tetris.
Let's introduce the games that will be available at launch.
Please.
Tetris. Arrange
Of
the
course.
falling Tetraminos and aim for a high score.
This is the version of Tetris I used to play, actually.
Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins. Reclaim the castle that Wario
Super
stole.
Mario Land 2 actually looks really fun. I haven't played it, so.
The Legend of Zelda,
Link's Awakening. God.
DX. Awaken the
Cool.
Windfish to
Well,
escape
now we have two
Overnight.
versions of the game on Switch, so that's cool.
Gargoyle's Quest. Save the Ghoul
I
Realm
think I've
inspired
heard
by
about
the
this,
Ghosts and
but,
Goblins
like,
series. Game & Watch Gallery 3.
I thought that was
Assortment of
Boris
Game &
from
Watch
Bendy and the
titles.
Ink Machine. That's a random ass game to
Alone
put,
in the
but
Dark,
like.
The New Nightmare.
Okay, no, this is a
Solve
random
the
ass game to
mystery
put
of
on
the
here.
Supernatural Shadow Island.
This game should not have been on
Return
Game
of
Boy.
Samus.
Yo,
Destroy the
okay, Metroid 2.
hiding on planet SR games will be added
Oracle of
in
Ages, Oracle of Seasons, trading card game, Pokemon trading card game has a banger soundtrack. Kirby Tilt and Tumble. Yes! I should not be excited about games I can play on an emulator on my PC, but like, you had to have Game Boy Advance.
Game Boy Advance games
Let's
being added to
go.
Nintendo Switch
Expansion
Online Plus
pack.
expansion
Okay,
pack.
fair enough, fair enough. So Minish Cap,
Games that you can play at launch.
Mario 3.
Super Mario Advance 4. Super Mario Brothers 3. Play 38 extra levels.
I think
for
I'd rather
Nintendo
just play
User
Super Mario
Accessories.
All-Stars, honestly.
WarioWare Inc. Mega Micro Games.
That is cool.
Experience the
WarioWare
origins
Inc.
of the lightning fast micro games. Kuru Kuru Kururin. Guide the spinning stick to the goal
What?
without hitting obstacles.
I feel like I've maybe heard about this, but
Mario Kart Super
hey,
Circuit.
Mario Kart Super
Race
Circuit,
the
cool.
first Mario Kart
I've
game
played a little bit of
created
this
for
back in the day.
portable system.
Not my favorite Mario Kart, but Mario
Mario
Luigi.
and Luigi Superstar
Oh yeah.
Saga. Venture
Love to
through
see
a
it still
Xenoblade
around in
and
some
fight
fashion,
with
even if
new
Alpha
enemy
Dream's gone.
attacks.
I mean, wish we could get a new game, but
The Legend of
Minish Cap.
Zelda, the Minish Cap.
I really want to play
Shrink
Minish
to
Cap
miniature
because, like,
size and dive into
it's a
big
Capcom
adventure.
Zelda game, and that's really interesting to me. That Capcom made a Zelda game.
Online play is supported for compatible games, and up to 4 players can play together.
Hey, that's really cool. Should it be on an expansion pack? I don't know about that, but like, it's still cool. Metroid Fusion, Amazing Mirror, Fire Emblem, F-Zero, Golden Sun. Good games. Good games.
After this presentation, you can play these Game Boy titles with the Nintendo Switch Online membership,
Sweet.
or play both Game Boy and Game Boy Advance titles with the Nintendo Switch.
They're slowly
Online Plus
adding more
expansion pack
worth to the
membership.
expansion pack. Put GameCube games on there, and I'll really be sold. I say that like I don't already own it, but like,
will be playable
Smooth.
on Nintendo Switch.
smooth.
And after today's Nintendo Direct, you'll be able to play the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance titles we introduced.
You just said this.
Please look forward
Literally
to more
less than 30
information
seconds
about
ago.
Nintendo Switch Online and Nintendo Switch Online
My attention
plus
span is
expansion
bad, but
packs
it's not
in the
that
future.
bad.
Let's see a few more headlines.
Sure.
The original Metroid Prime game is remastered on Nintendo Switch.
Okay, so the rumors were right. It's just Metroid Prime 1. It's not the trilogy. So they must be doing something good to this, right? Like, it must be seriously remastered if they're just doing the first game. Yeah, that actually looks really good. What? Okay. Okay. They better make it worth it not being the entire trilogy. Oh, yeah, that looks smooth. Oh. Yeah, this does not look like a GameCube game. Okay. You know what? fair enough. I think they might have actually put a lot of effort into this, so I see why it's just the first game. Yo, Meta Ridley. Metroid Prime Remastered. That's crazy. Talk about Metroid Prime 4, please.
The first
Mention
Metroid
it,
Prime
please.
game, originally released on the Nintendo GameCube system, has been remastered for Nintendo.
I don't need any gameplay or anything. I just need to know that it still exists.
From the perspective of Samus Aran. But beware, there's
I haven't actually played Metroid Prime, so like, this might be how I play it.
Visors are the key to your adventure. They'll help you to
I've played Super Metroid and Metroid Dread, and that's it. And I love both those games, so.
Depending on the situation, a certain visor may be required. When hostile creatures attack, keep them in your sights with the lock-on feature. Then fight back with beams,
You know what, maybe I'll play this.
missiles, bombs, and more.
I really gotta see what 3D Metroid's all about, because I don't really know.
This remaster adds new dual-stick controls, allowing you to move around while separately changing your point of view.
Was that not in the GameCube version?
Also select a control style that recreates the feel of the original game, among other control options.
Is there a control option to replicate the Wii one? Because people say that like the Wii controls are honestly the best ones for the game.
Launches on Nintendo eShop later today. The physical
What?
version of the game will be available in stores February 22nd.
What? I'll wait for the physical version, but like that's still soon anyway for the physical version.
Put your
Oh yeah,
master
this is that
detective
game
skills
by
to
the
the test.
Danganronpa guys.
This is the World Detective
It's like
Organization.
Raincoat or something.
Yuma, a trainee detective, and Shinigami, the spirit haunting him. will
This is
solve
just,
the
it's
strange
literally
incidents
so
within
similar to
Common
Danganronpa.
Core, a city
It's the
ruthlessly
same art
controlled
style.
by Amaterasu Corporation. You'll investigate these incidents alongside master detectives of the organization.
The music too, the music sounds like
Has a
Danganronpa music.
supernatural ability that can prove useful during
I think they just
investigations.
wanted to make a new Danganronpa game without calling it Danganronpa.
With disguise. Detect heartbeats and whispers with audio aptitude.
It's literally the same exact instruments as like the Danganronpa opening music.
Crime scenes with post-cognition. These abilities can be shared with Yuma,
So this is post-cognition.
so use them to
Who's
get
that voice
closer to
actor?
cracking a
Oh my
case.
god.
After collecting enough
It's-
evidence, a mystery
I can't figure it out, but I recognize that voice actor.
Spot the inconsistencies.
It's so
and
Danganronpa.
uncover the truth.
It looks a heck of a lot better though, because it's like actually 3D models.
Raincode.
I always thought Danganronpa was a bit weird because of how it's all like 2D sprites, even though it's 3D. Professor Layton? It's actually Layton too, it's not his daughter. He's in 3D! That's wild. The New World of Steam. Alright, no gameplay. Hey, that's cool anyway.
Wave 4 is
Love to see
racing.
Professor Layton come back. Is this a new track, like completely new, or is this in Mario Kart Tour?
Birdo, who originally hit the track in Mario Kart Double Dash, is also.
Wait, we're adding characters now?
4.
I didn't know we were doing that. Ooh, that blue Birdo is cursed.
Thank you for staying with us so far.
What do you have to close us
We are
out?
the last segment. Please take a look.
Is it Tears of the Kingdom? It might be Tears of the Kingdom. That looks like Tears of the Kingdom. That's definitely Tears of the Kingdom. Fair enough. I want to see more anyway. It looks good. Like this looks. I mean, it looks like Breath of the Wild, but different. The vibe is so different.
Rise, my servants. Sweep
Who is this?
Hyrule. Eliminate this
It's Hot No Village.
and her allies.
Okay, well now it just looks like Breath of the Wild.
Leave no survivors.
But the vibe was feeling real different, like, you know, like it felt like a jump from Ocarina of Time to Majora's Mask. Which it might be, you know? It might be that kind of jump from Breath of the Wild to this. Okay, visually it actually does look like Breath of the Wild. Part of me was like, the game looks better. It actually doesn't really, it looks about the same. So is that's Ganondorf, right?
I'm not sure you'll be able to stop him.
Ba 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 da ba 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 ba. And shooting that shit out of the sky, that's crazy. Is Zelda dead? It looked like Zelda was dead. I'm just saying. That's gotta be why it's Tears of the Kingdom. He got a car. What is that? Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, huh?
Please, lend him your power.
Oh, this is at the beginning of the game, probably. May 12th. We're sticking to it. Zelda's Lullaby. Great.
That was The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, the latest entry in the
The song goes hard.
In addition to the
Pre-orders
standard version,
begin
a
today.
collector's edition of the game containing various items will release on
Oh,
launch day.
I mean, this is a game I
The
have to
figure
get.
of Link from this game
Ooh,
will also be
look at that.
available on the same day.
I don't actually like it that much.
You're looking forward to Link's latest grand adventure. That's all for today's Nintendo.
No Tomodachi Life?
Thank you.
No Kid Icarus Uprising? How long do I have to ask, man? I'm joking. I don't really care that much, but like, those were the two things I actually wanted. I wanted to see a new Tomodachi Life, and I wanted to see a new Kid Icarus, or just ports of the 3DS games. But whatever, it's cool. Not everything can cater to my needs. Okay, so actually, I decided that I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about the things I was most interested in from the Direct and give my in-depth thoughts on it now that I've had a day to process it, because I actually, you know, didn't watch this exactly when it came out because I was a little preoccupied at the time. But let's go through the things that caught my interest. Pikmin 4 looks great. Like I said in the video, I haven't played Pikmin before, but it looks really good. And like, I don't know, it just looks a lot more fleshed out than the other Pikmin games. It seems like it's a lot more open, maybe. I'm not really, I shouldn't really talk about it because I don't really know, but it looks pretty good, and I will definitely be playing Pikmin 1 through 3 in the near future. So, Xenoblade 3, that was a big thing for me, and that's honestly the thing that stuck out the most to me about this Direct, because, I mean, Wave 3 of the DLC, who cares? I don't care about that. What I care about is the Wave 4, the story DLC, because seeing, I was pretty speechless in the actual reaction, because but like, it was really hyped for me. Seeing Shulk and grown-up Rex fighting Alvis, because it was a little weird to me that Alvis wasn't in the base game, because Xenoblade 3 was the thing that kind of tie 1 and 2 together, so I was like, we gotta see Alvis. Alvis is gonna be here somewhere, because like, there's still so much mystery around Alvis. Like, we can kind of infer, spoilers, that, you know, Alvis was the third Aegis from Xenoblade 2 that got sent over to the Xenoblade 1 world, where he became the computer controlling the world, whatever. You know, we know that, but I mean, we really needed to see Alvis again, because there's a lot more to be told about him. So, yeah, hearing Adam Howden as Shulk again is always nice, and such a great voice actor. And Rex as an adult is really cool. I definitely expected something like this, because, you know, in the city in Xenoblade 3, you have all the statues of the founders and stuff, and, you know, it was very clear that if they were going to do DLC, it was probably going to be a prequel to show Shulk and Rex fighting against Z in the past. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. Okay, so Ghost Trick Phantom Detective. This is a game I've wanted to talk about for a while, and I've been intending on talking about it for a future video, but I kind of held off on it, and that video is actually a really big video that got delayed because I didn't like how it was turning out. It's not a Ghost Trick video, but it's a video that involves a review of Ghost Trick alongside a few other games. It was set to be my biggest video yet, and it kind of fell through. I'll still do it in the future, but I need to flesh it out a bit more and make it a better video to watch for you guys. But I'm really excited. Now I'll definitely play it on Switch rather than DS, because I didn't really want to try to emulate it or anything. That seems like it would be bad. But it's from the mastermind behind the first 3 Ace Attorney games, and the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, which is one of my favorite games of all time. It's literally my phone wallpaper. But I'm very excited to play Ghost Trick for the first time. I've heard from some people that it's actually better than Ace Attorney, and I don't know how that could be, but like, I'm excited. Now we have Deca Police, a brand new game by Level 5, and that is really interesting to me because Level 5 is back. They revealed 3 games in this direct, and that's really cool. I mean, if you're not familiar with Level 5, they did stuff like Yokai Watch and Professor Layton and Ni no Kuni, I think. So Level 5's done a ton of great stuff, and it's really cool to see them back in full force. Maybe we'll get Yokai Watch 4 localized, who can say? Or maybe just a new Yokai Watch game. I really like Yokai Watch, actually. It's pretty good. But Deca Police looks pretty interesting, so I might check that out. We have the Bayonetta Origins game that we saw back at the Game Awards, and I don't have much to say about it. I mean, I really want to play Bayonetta, but I haven't yet. But I will, I promise, and I'll probably do a video on it, maybe. There's a ton of games like that I want to play. You know, I want to play Bayonetta, I want to play Metal Gear Rising, and I want to play Devil May Cry, so I'll have to get to all those eventually. Splatoon 3 DLC, I have nothing to say about that. Like I said in the video, I'm not a Splatoon guy, but I am very intrigued by what the DLC will be, you know, the Wave 2 one specifically, because that trailer was pretty interesting, kind of like, you know, liminal space Splatoon. I thought that was really interesting. Okay, let's talk about Game Boy games on NSO. I thought that was really interesting. I did get spoiled about that beforehand, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. It's not like I was gonna be super hyped about it anyway. It's just Game Boy games, excuse me. But it was really cool to see, and I like all the customization options with like the screen, how it can be, you know, the Game Boy screen or the Game Boy Pocket screen or the Game Boy Color. I think that's a really cool touch. And it's a little odd that we didn't see Pokemon outside the Pokemon trading card game, which that is a good game in its own right. But I think they're probably saving it for Pokemon Day, because you know there's going to be a Pokemon Presents later this month. There has to be. They always do it. So I think then we'll see like Red and Blue and like Fire Red and Leaf Green, Ruby and Sapphire. Yes, Ruby and Sapphire, because there was also the Game Boy Advance games, which is cool. Will we see Mother 3? I don't know. I have hope. I still have hope. I really shouldn't, but like, I believe Nintendo could do it. If they really wanted to, they could localize Mother 3 and release it on NSO. But chances are, in Japan, we'll get Mother 3 on NSO and we won't. That's probably how it'll go. But who knows? For the longest time, we thought we would never get an official localization of Earthbound Beginnings, so we'll see. Advance Wars 1+2 finally getting a solid release date is really cool. I'll definitely be picking that up. Kirby and then the Return to Dreamland Deluxe, that looks good. It's hard for me to get super hyped for a 2011 Wii game, but I mean, it looks good. Now, Metroid Prime Remastered is the big thing. You know, it released the same day, digitally. I'm not going to play it yet because I want the physical version, but it looks really good. It looks so much better than the GameCube game, and that's insane. I see why they didn't do the entire trilogy like some people would have wanted, because if they put that much work into remastering the game, yeah, I think they might just drip feed us Metroid Prime 2 and 3, which, unfortunately, that does seem like it's going to take a while for Metroid Prime 4, but I don't know. They did release this the same day, so it's possible that Metroid Prime 2 and 3 might be closer in the pipeline than we think. I don't know. Maybe that's stupid judgment, but what can I say? So we have that Raincode game, which looks pretty interesting. It just looks like Danganronpa, but it's actually in 3D, which is something I think they really needed, because the game looks really good visually, and I think it's just more Danganronpa, but they didn't want to call it Danganronpa because they're like, oh, we're done with Danganronpa, there's no more. They just wanted to make something very similar, but it's different, and I think it looks good. Professor Layton coming back is a big deal. They like, in the reaction, I talk about like not wanting them to do a ton of games where it's like, oh, we don't have any gameplay, it's just the title of the game and we're announcing it. I don't like that. It's a bad release model because, like, if you don't have anything ready, just don't announce the game yet. But it's Professor Layton, and they only did it once, so it's okay. people got really hyped about it, and rightfully so. Professor Layton's a really good series that I've been trying to get into a lot lately after playing Phoenix Wright and Ace Attorney. That's not the name of the game. The Phoenix Wright Professor Layton crossover game. I played that. It was the last Ace Attorney game I played. I've played all of them now. And after that, I was like, I want to play Professor Layton. So I played a little bit. It was good. But I'll definitely be looking out for the new game when it releases. Wave 4 of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Pass, that's pretty cool. Because I don't know if this stage is completely new after it came from Mario Kart Tour, but it looks completely new to me. I might be wrong though. But also, Birdo. They're adding Birdo, and I don't care about Birdo, but that opens a whole new can of worms because it means that they can add characters. So like, any of the characters from Mario Kart Tour are now valid, which isn't necessarily a good thing because there's some really weird character variations in that game. Like if you thought like having 10 like baby versions of the characters was bad enough, there's some weird stuff in Mario Kart Tour. But I'm hoping we get some of the old characters back, like Funky Kong, you know? People love Funky Kong. I love Funky Kong. And last thing I want to talk about is Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. It looks very good. I don't really have anything to say about it that I didn't say in the reaction. A lot of people seem to think that Ganondorf is being voiced by Matthew Mercer, and I can hear it. Matthew Mercer is a fantastic voice actor, so I would love this. I would love it if that was true. And I do think it's called Tears of the Kingdom because Zelda dies, like, because you see a scene where like Link's reaching out for his like ghost arm thing, and I think that's supposed to be Zelda. I think Zelda is like inside his arm thing that he wears, you know. So I think Tears of the Kingdom is because Zelda dies at like the beginning of the game. Which isn't new territory. I mean, we know about Spirit Tracks, right? I mean, Zelda dying is not new territory. Also, very interesting. I didn't comment on this in the video because I didn't actually notice it. But The Legend of Zelda Nuts and Bolts. Because I saw the vehicles, right? And the vehicles he was riding. I was like, that's cool. But it looks like you're actually making the vehicles for yourself. And I think that's really cool. People do like Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. It's not a bad game at all. It's just not a great Banjo game. But if you look at it for what it is, it's not a bad game. So implementing that mechanic into this game doesn't mean it's going to be an instant fail. Anyway, I think the game looks pretty good. I mean, there's not a ton different outside of that. Like, we're not seeing many different locales. Which, in the reaction, I kind of compared it to, like, you know, the leap from Ocarina of Time to Majora's Mask, because it was using the same assets and everything. It was like literally the same, like it was like the same. It was just, but it was different, you know? That was a terrible explanation, but you know what I mean. This is similar, but it's not exactly like that, because Termina was a new place, a completely new world. And I'm not saying there's not going to be tons of new locations in Tears of the Kingdom, but it's just like, we saw a lot that we've already seen in Breath of the Wild. Will it still be a good game? Yes, absolutely. It'll be a fantastic game. But we'll just have to wait to see more before I can really judge it. I mean, this is the most fully fledged trailer we've seen yet from the game, and it does look promising. Obviously, I'll be picking it up. Why would I not do that? And I think that's everything I wanted to say. Pretty good direct, if you ask me. I'm really not disappointed at all. I mean, I wanted Tomodachi Life and Kid Icarus Uprising. Those are the two things I really wanted on Switch. But whatever. I still think it'll happen eventually because we're definitely getting close to the end of the Switch's life cycle, so I expect a lot more ports and remasters and stuff than we've already seen. So maybe there's hope for more 3DS stuff. I love the 3DS. I talk about the 3DS every chance I get. Anyway, that's all I got, so thank you for watching this very different and unconventional video from me. There will be more scripted stuff coming soon, I promise. But hey, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time for whatever comes next.